my first Dexter Season 8 episode review video. Before I get into that, though, pretty important, if you are caught up to the point where I am, are you rewatching or watching Dexter, or you're just not entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course I'll mention as well as put in the description for you. If that happens to be the case and you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers. This will be Dexter Season 8 Episode 1. The title of this episode is called A Beautiful Day. And this will be my review, reaction, recap after just finishing watching the episode. So we start off Season 8 and we see Dexter flying a kite with Harrison. Dexter says he doesn't really feel bad about LaGuerta's death as it solved all of his problems. Dexter even coached Harrison's soccer team to a championship. It seems, or I should say, there has been a time jump. It's 6 months, I believe, has passed. I didn't actually write that part down. Probably should have, but I believe from memory it's 6 months since Deb shooting Maria LaGuerta. And then Batista, they have like a little ceremony. He talks about LaGuerta as they've made a bench in her honor. A bench for people to sit. A bench. I'd want a statue if that were me. Aunt Deb is gone. Harrison misses Deb, of course. Batista is upset about the bench as well. I thought Batista put in his retirement papers. It was supposed to happen on New Year's Day. Dexter tells people Deb's doing great. Maria's death is what made Angel come back. Well, Mike Anderson was killed, and he wanted to leave because of that, and now someone else dies, and he wants to stay because of that? Doesn't really make any sense. I don't know. And then Angie even has a line. Again, Angie, who came in Season 6, I think, or maybe it was Season 7. I don't remember. She talks every once in a while, but yet you have Soderquist, who's been there since day one. I think he's been in almost every episode. I think at least, out of the 96 original episodes of Dexter, I think he's in at least 89 or 90 of them. And where's his time to shine? Give him his opinion. Let him say something. Have him cough or something. They've even mentioned his name before. He was going to be a wedding guest to Dexter and Rita's wedding. Soderquist, that's his name. Give him a line of dialogue, for crying out loud. I don't understand why they don't. Anyway, Deb is hooked up with someone and is now doing cocaine. Never tried it myself, although I have been tempted in the past due to ex-girlfriends that occasionally would do it, and I know it's something that would, instead of eating a lot of food, maybe the cocaine, it's probably not a good idea. Don't want to have an addictive personality. But Deb is walking through a door at Deb walking through a door at a bar changed everything for this person that she's with now. I'm trying to remember his name off the top of my head. I know I have it here. It's about to come up, but now I'm drawing a blank on what his name was again. Whatever, I'll say it in a minute. But Dexter goes to Deb's place, but Deb, of course, is not there. He hasn't talked to her in over a month. It's been that long. He hasn't seen her in 2 months. Dexter keeps trying to call Deb, but her voicemail box is full because she's not checking her messages. Dexter goes to visit Deb's work, and he sees her boss, Elway. He says Deb hasn't checked in a few weeks. Elway says Deb is a thrill seeker. Batista was checking out Angie Miller's ass because he has all Maria's clothes. Not her style, though. He gets it. Okay, sexual harassment. Angel, you need to go work at the bar, I think. Crime scene time. Dead body by the beach. Wow, the back of the cranium has been cut open. Angel's got to be hot in that suit in Miami. I'm sure he misses his Hawaiian shirt. Deb's mailbox is still full. Dexter looks into the man Deb was looking for. Andrew Briggs, that's what it was. Dexter finds out this guy is actually pretty dangerous. And Dexter hacks into one of Deb's accounts. He tries password as her password, and that doesn't work, so he does fucking password. And lo and behold, fucking password is Deb's password. Really? I think it would be fuckity fuck password or something like that. That would make more sense to me. Wow. Anyway, Dexter finds out where Deb's been shopping. Dexter goes there. Deb sees Dexter, and Deb is not happy to see Dexter. He tells her he talked to Elway. Dexter asks if she's having sex with Briggs, and Deb says her sex life is none of his business. She says she hates Dexter. Hate now? You hate Dexter? You're the one that pulled that trigger on LaGuerta. You are the one. Dexter was fine with you pulling it on him. Don't change your opinion because you're feeling a little sorry for yourself. Bad writing already in this season. Anyway, she said she shot the wrong person in that trailer. Well, you did, but hey, shit happens. Time to move on. Don't get mad at Dexter for something that you did. It was your decision. I thought it was a storage container. She says something that she shot the wrong person in the trailer. I thought it was a storage container or something like that, but that's what I wrote. And then Ghost Harry tells Dexter to leave Deb alone. Dexter is cut off on the road, and Dexter goes to choke him and stops when he sees the child in the back seat. Calm down, Dexter. I know Deb's bipolarness has got you flustered, but let's not do anything stupid, Dexter. Lucky Quinn, he is having sex with Nanny Jamie. And Jamie, the actress that plays her, is really concerned about the viewer not seeing her tits, as she was covering them and Quinn was covering them. Why this was happening. Why even do a sex scene? I don't know. Jamie wants Angel to sort through Maria's stuff to pick something out for himself to keep, as he's going to donate all of her stuff. Morning briefing time. Soderquist is standing in as usual, and Angie has another line as she's had enough of Masuka. Matthews is actually leading the meeting, and he has a guest, Dr. Evelyn Vogel, and I'm stuttering all of a sudden. I don't know why. She talks about psychopaths having no empathy, and Vogel is the last person Dexter needs looking around into things. Angel wants Dexter to find it in his heart to forgive Maria. Deb calls Quinn, wants him to look into someone. Briggs says to Deb he's going to be rich. Dexter goes to talk with Vogel in the morgue at the station as she requested his presence. Vogel asks Dexter what the Bay Harbor Butcher was like. Vogel mentions that the Bay Harbor Butcher operated on some sort of moral guidelines. Dexter goes to talk with Matthews about Dr. Vogel. He tells Dexter to use her for his advantage. Jamie brings Harrison to the station as she's discussed her having a night off. One night off for like 3 weeks. That's all I want. One night off or whatever she said. Briggs tells Deb he wants her to be hidden when he goes outside to meet El Sapo, and that's a character, well, not the character, but the person that's playing El Sapo was actually in The Walking Dead Season 3 as one of the prisoners. Yes, watch The Walking Dead. It's awesome. Most of it. Harrison is annoying Dexter, spinning around in the chair in his lab. Why doesn't Dexter just text Deb instead of continuing to call her and get her voicemail? Would make sense to me. Dexter gets info from wait a minute. Okay, I made another mistake here. I put Dexter gets info from Dexter. Okay, so Dexter talks to himself and gets info. I don't know what I wrote there. And Quinn tells him about the motel she's staying at. Dexter is taking Harrison with him since no one will fucking answer their phone. Dexter finds Deb at the motel. Dexter tells Deb that El Sapo is a hitman. Deb tells Dexter off again. Dexter actually kills Briggs in front of Deb. Okay, I don't know why he did that. He didn't have to kill Briggs. Dexter says Deb is lost, but she says she's not lost, but Dexter is the one that's lost. And then Dexter goes back to the car, but Harrison's missing, but he quickly does find him. Deb was right. Dexter does think he's lost. So Dexter goes to sit on LaGuerta's bench. Vogel stops by. She gives him some pictures. that Dexter drew when he was a child. Evil picture. So Dexter pushes Vogel up against like a garage door, storage locker door, or garage storage whatever something. And Dexter confronts Vogel. What is it that you want? Dexter says, and she says, "You can't kill me because I don't fit Harry's code." And that's what ends the episode. Whoa! Okay, so Vogel knows. I mean, it seemed like she suspected Dexter was the Bay Harbor Butcher, but she knows like the code, and she knows that Harry created the code. So that was an interesting development in the show, and I like the character of Dr. Evelyn Vogel. I think she does add a little bit to the show. So this episode, I mean, it's okay. There's some things that don't necessarily make sense with Angel Batista not working at the restaurant anymore. I think they roped themselves into the corner because season 7 was so good, and that they kind of had to make season 8 start off a little, not the best, but some good moments in it. But I'm going to score the episode, being more critical on it than I usually am, just because I know everybody else seems to hate this season, and I usually put it, towards the bottom, but it was like third or fourth from the bottom. Well, if you had Dexter New Blood, probably third from the bottom. So I'm going to give this episode an 8 out of 10. The female character of the episode, with the emotion that she showed and like her regret of killing LaGuerta, I'm going to give to Deb. She's going to be taking over this season for at least a few episodes here. The male character of the episode, I'm going to give to Quinn. I almost said the male character of the episode was going to be Deb. Special recognition to Evelyn Vogel, as she had just a little time in this episode, but certainly made a big impression. And then the person that we lost in this episode, Briggs. He actually was a good character, and I think Deb actually really liked Briggs. I think she felt safe around Briggs, so I'm going to give Briggs a 7 out of 10. I don't understand necessarily why Dexter killed him, though. That seemed kind of sudden to me, especially without doing a lot of homework on him, although he did something, but I said that Dexter gave Dexter some info. So you've heard what I had to say. Hopefully it wasn't too critical. Now it's your turn. If you're a fan of Dexter and you want to help me with the YouTube algorithm, hey, even a couple more likes per video, it does help out. And I've noticed I've gotten a few more likes, and I noticed the view counts have gone up on the videos. So the more likes, the better. Let's try for double-digit likes on every Dexter video. So that's what your job is. Help me out with the YouTube algorithm, all of you. And I know there's at least 7 to 10 people that watch these Dexter reviews every time I post them. So please help me out. You're already helping. I need you to go the extra mile. I want to make money doing this eventually. I know I got a lot of time before that happens, but I'm building myself up a little bit, little by little. So help me out with the channel. Smash the like button. Share the video with anybody that you know that's a fan of this show that would potentially watch these videos. Put this video on any one of your preferred social media platforms. Sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are on this episode of Dexter. What would you rate it? Who would be your character of the episode besides Dexter? You can do male, you can do female, and if you want to rate Briggs as a character, you can do that. If you want to give me your favorite moment, I like I don't need Harry's code. That was the best moment in the episode by far. And then last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button. Subscribe to the channel. You're watching the video anyway. Join the team. Show your damn support and be a part of something special. And JDev will return.